are a big athletics buff, you should the men's senior race. It's currently ongoing in Belgrade. It's the final race of the day. Remember, Kenya has 3 gold medals so far. Hoping we can make it 4 to 5 and celebrate. But like I said, let's wait and see. Mr. Rono, though, he's called laying down the gauntlet. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Yeah, he's done it.
He
is flying. Yeah, he's flying.
There was an Ethiopian who started out and pulled up, but looks like he's been sucked into. Yeah. So 3 gold out of a possible 5. Does that mean Kenya already has the team title for the?
Because they do the team title for the junior men. Senior women, they do it like that. But generally, it would mean you have dominated everything.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not really big on the team title things. Me, I'm okay with. Yeah. I don't care. My concern is more on individual gold. Tumeshinda ama hatujashinda. Yes. I wanted to ask you guys, because I'm sure you guys saw this thing, and it's a pity that my computer is not working, because I wanted to. There was this story there was a lot of noise about it. The minister went all the way to a school to meet a girl called Mercy Chepngeno, who won a race, and she was barefoot, and the kid was donated for training kit. I don't know what you guys think about it.
The question I'd want to ask.
Yes.
I wish I don't know if it was recorded. I would want to find out, did number 2, 3 also, were they wearing shoes?
I'm not sure. It's a good question.
Very good question.
Because, I understand like naturally, you're the winner, you're the victor, you need to be celebrated. But I'm thinking, okay, fine. She's won, that was the regional championships.
Yes.
So she goes possibly to the nationals.
I hope so. Because she ran in the nationals, I think she was 15th in the cross or something.
So what happens to the next stage?
She was that second.
What happens for the other athletes in other areas as well, who actually also run barefoot?
That's where I come in. 2 things. One, there's a big challenge with equipment. Most of the athletes, mashinani, they don't have able training equipment. They don't have able training gear. They don't have shoes. They don't train well. They don't have gyms. They just do it clandestine, and they go on to win. So that is an issue that has to be addressed. Will it be addressed by the Cabinet Secretary for Sports going to each individual athlete to give them shoes and kit? No. There has to be a system in place where any talented athlete or any athlete who possesses a little bit of potential and wants to compete and have shoes or does not have the necessary equipment, there has to be a system in place to ensure that they are catered for by the government. You get it. Case in point is Kiptum. I'm told his first shoe, it's Kamororo who bought him.
Yeah, because he's a relative.
Yep.
He was a relative, sorry.
Yeah. But you see how eventually that went a long way. The Cabinet Secretary for Sports cannot go to each and every home of a talented athlete giving them shoes just because they won a race. There has to be another way. For example, in the current regime, there is that 5 million bounty for everybody who wins, who breaks a gold medal.
Who wins who breaks a world record.
A world record, sorry.
Yes.
So you are either way in the world and you break a record. So it's not like choose it like this one huyu ataitwa state house sababu break record mwingine ataitwa. It's blanket. You don't even have to meet the president. You break that record, you just know you're sorted. That should be a way in which, because we in the last link we just discussed how important sports is to Kenya.
Yep.
So I don't believe it's too far an ask for the government to cater for talented but needy athletes, but not in the frame of the Cabinet Secretary or any government official for that matter going to donate shoes to each and every talented individual and making it a big issue.
Now, on that topic, it's interesting because we were speaking about it and it's also having some interesting conversation between 2 individuals. So Sarah Kimani responds to call on Nabiswa, and she says, of course, Nabiswa is for, yes, this is fantastic. It's given spikes.
Yep.
It was the same scenario with Faith Kipyegon as well, who was spotted running barefoot in high school, and somebody gave her spikes, and the rest is his history. She responds and says, look, let the Cabinet Secretary sort out the systemic issues in the sport. This one off do good stories or wishes stories that make people forget how generally sports in Kenya is mismanaged.
Amen.
Now, in that same link, there was a story because KBC Digital did this. I like to credit people. KBC Digital did an interview with the teacher, and the teacher said, listen, we tried to convince them, please wear shoes, but then they are not so used to them. She was like, no, they're going to slow me down. So that's one of the things.
So the shoes were there.
Yes, that is what he said. It was a nice, good, long interview where he explained and he spoke about it. However, I feel like guys, we cannot come up with a plan of giving people who want to run shoes. We can't. How do we know who's going to run? Unless we say every single school in this country is going to have a pair of spikes for everyone. And then we hope. We can't. Guys, these guys who show up, we don't know where they come from. We don't know. We are sat like this, we see someone without shoes. And we go like, oh, she can run. And then now we follow up. So how do we, I like the whole idea of, okay, let's make sure we give them, but how do we even know in a school? How do we figure out who runs and who doesn't run?
Let me chime in, Wokabi. Remember when you're in high school, depends on which institution you are in. It was a requirement that you come to school with a hockey stick.
Yeah.
Slasher will come with something. So based on the fact that some of these schools, especially for these athletics-rich areas, I know obviously, of course, the issues of cost and stuff like that. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking aloud. I don't know how feasible it is.
I'm listening.
So one of the requirements you join in Form 1 come with spikes.
Guys, do you know how hard it is to find spikes? Guys, let's move away from, you went to a national school, my guy. Okay? Guys, let's go to the village.
No, I get to
let's go to Chepngeno. Let's go to why is that? Let's go to
Shamusinjiri.
Let's go to Kapsisiwa. Let's go to Uko. Let's go there and try and see
what James is saying is that there are some schools watu wanapeleka mahindi kama school fees. Na maragwe. And the principal looks at what the parent comes kuja tu, not like umenlipa but hii mahindi ndio watu watakula kidheri lunch and wewe kuja usome. You get, there are well pressing issues in place. I feel you so much, but I don't feel it's too far an ask for the government or any person responsible to be in a position to be able to identify talented but needy athletes, just like we identify talented but needy students.
But here's the thing. How do you identify? There has to be a race. Like there has to, you guys, did you go to I went to a village school. We started with our zone. It had only 3 schools. And then we went to a zone with 6 schools. And then to a bigger one with 14 schools. And then I went to the division.
Bas, ule mtu wa zone akisha shinda, unanipata? Barefoot.
Yes.
My thinking is, it does not have to be the CS atoke Nairobi, aende Muranga, ampeleke kiatu kwa class.
So unataka nini? Serikali ikuwe ikipea kila mtu anashinda region of viatu?
Listen. I wish I don't want to go down that road, but you're pushing me.
No,
there's a lot of money that is being misused in this country.
Let's go.
There's a lot of money that is being misused in this country. Kuna nyumba zina renovatiwa na 800 million. There are very many things that happen. You get it. Just buying equipment for needy and talented student is not that much of an ask. If it's going to make you a better athlete.
My question is, how do we identify, again, just like the other conversation of diplomatic task
force. We have coaches in the village. We've got coaches everywhere. We have got scouts.
And that is how does the athletic system work generally in Kenya? You run in the competition here, there. The agent, global, for example, have got an agent who has another agent, who has another agent, who has another coach, all the way to the grassroots. Then they find, Kwalimwa ran well, hapo. Kidogo your 5,000, he looked like he was okay. So they come, they listen to you, they pull you around. Then kidogo, they see yes, there's talent, they back you a bit. Next, they give you training kit. That's the way normally it goes. And then you're absorbed into the management team and you're off. My point is, how do we pick a kid at regional level and decide this one is talented, let's give them? It is by running this way that we get to find them. You guys remember a picture of Caroline Tuigong? Again, on the Daily Nation, junior, I think it was 2006, quite possibly, World Junior. She won gold. Not in this country, at the World Junior Championships. Do you know what she did? She removed her shoes. She ran barefoot. Forget here. World Junior, she ran barefoot.